The Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro. This is Xiaomi's 8th Gen flagship tablet. 8th Gen? I can only think of two other brands that can say something like this. So basically, Xiaomi's been doing tablets for a long time, and for the last 3 years or so, they've just been refining what they feel a tablet should be. So what does the Pad 8 Pro have to offer this time? Let's unbox and find out in today's video. If this is your first time here, or in case you just can't remember, my name's Ash, you're watching C4E Tech, and let's get started. This is the box the Pad 8 Pro comes in. I picked up the 8128 variant. It's a little sad that the Pro model still starts at 128 gigs, especially given there is no microSD support. Anyways, once we open up the box, the first thing you see is the Pad 8 Pro itself in its eco-friendly packaging. This time around, I went for the green SKU. The color choices though have not really changed. Xiaomi still offers this tablet in green, blue and grey. Next up, there's a 67-watt charger, and then there's a USB Type-A to Type-C cable with orange accents. Finally, a quick start guide. In China, Xiaomi does offer this case as a freebie when you order the Pad 8 Pro at launch, and the case connects to the back magnetically. You can fold it up to prop up the tablet. It's what we've seen before and it's pretty nice. Barring this, there are two other optional accessories that Xiaomi offers that I've not got my hands on. First is the new Focus Pro stylus. It comes with a haptic motor on the inside and a capacitive area that you can program to perform various functions like double tap or swipe to trigger stuff. Initial reviews coming out of China seem very positive. Then there's this floating keyboard case which seems quite similar to Apple's implementation. Now enough about things that I don't have, and let's talk about what I actually do have, the Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro. At first glance, it looks very similar to its predecessor. The build is all metal, it's got the pogo pins to the back for the keyboard case to connect to. This area near the volume keys is where the stylus connects to and charges. The power key, it still doubles as a fingerprint scanner. Like I said, this is a refinement. In hand, the Pad 8 Pro, it feels very familiar. And that's because if you look at the numbers, the display size, the height, the width, it's identical to that of the Pad 7 Pro. Now, like I said, this tablet, it's all about refinements, right? So it's not all identical. The Pad 8 Pro has gotten noticeably slimmer and a good 15 grams lighter. Now, before you go, they cut the battery, didn't they? Don't worry, let me put your mind at ease. They've not cut the battery capacity. In fact, they've bumped it up by about 10%. This time, the Pad 8 Pro gets a 9200 mAh battery, and given the Pad 7 Pro offered excellent battery life, I'm quite bullish about battery life on this one too. Now there is also support for 22.5 watt reverse wired charging in case you want to use your tablet as a power bank in a pinch. And with the included 67 watt charger, you can charge the Pad 8 Pro to 50% in about 25 minutes, with a full charge taking a little over an hour. Good stuff. Now one of the most important aspects for a tablet is the display. Because hey, the large screen is why most of us end up going for a tablet in the first place, right? And here, Xiaomi's not really changed much. The display is pretty much identical to what we got with the Pad 7 Pro. It's the same size, 11.2 inches, the same refresh, 144Hz, the same tech LCD, same resolution, 3.2K, and about the same peak brightness as well. That's the claim, 800 nits. It was actually better in reality. In our testing, it output almost 900 nits. Now Xiaomi continues to offer this display with 4 excellent speakers, which are still just as good despite the tablet itself getting slimmer. Now technically, there is one refinement, because with the Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro, Xiaomi does offer a top 16:512 SKU with a nano-etched anti-reflection option. This is something we saw Xiaomi offer on the Pad 7 Ultra. With this, about 70% of reflections are cut down. I'm yet to in person see it in action, but again, I've been hearing good things about it. Now the biggest upgrade for the Pad 8 Pro has got to be the chip on the inside. And to show you how important this is, let me give you a little bit of backstory. Now back in 2021, with Qualcomm's flagship SoC for the year being the Snapdragon 888, Xiaomi chose to go with the Snapdragon 870 on their Pad 5 Pro. We didn't get a Xiaomi Pad in 2022. In 2023, Qualcomm's flagship SoC for the year was the 8 Gen 2, but Xiaomi chose to go with the 8 Plus Gen 1 on the Pad 6 Pro. And last year, with Qualcomm's flagship chip being the 8 Gen 3, Xiaomi made the questionable decision of going with the mid-range 8S Gen 3 on their Pad 7 Pro. But not this time. On the Pad 8 Pro, we actually get the 2025 flagship Qualcomm SoC, the Snapdragon 8 Elite. So coming from the 8S Gen 3, the 8 Elite is a significant bump up in performance. The 8 Elite here is paired with up to 16 gigs of LPDDR5X RAM now and 512 gigs of UFS 4.1 storage. By the way, my 128 gig is still UFS 3.1. That said, the Pad 8 Pro should be able to run pretty much anything you throw at it without issues. Like a lot of other Xiaomi devices, this one did not let me run 3D Mark as well, so I do not have the stability scores. But even after a lot of heavy gaming, Windows emulation stuff, the tablet did not get hot. So from a performance perspective, I think Xiaomi's done well. With software, this is HyperOS 3 built atop Android 16, and given all the raw performance power underneath, there's no surprise that the user experience was very good, smooth, responsive. While we can still only have 2 apps open in split screen, now it's a little more like Oppo's implementation where you can tap and have an app take over most of the screen. Now, if you do want more apps on screen, then Xiaomi does have a solution in the workstation mode. This should especially be very useful if you want to use the Pad 8 Pro with an external monitor, given the Type-C port is USB 3.2 Gen 1 with video out. Now, it is also quite easy to connect your Xiaomi phone to the tablet and access your phone from the Pad 8 Pro itself. It even supports a shared clipboard. It's not just that, the Pad 8 Pro even plays nice with Apple devices. Hell, you could have it double as a second touchscreen display for a MacBook if you wanted to. So overall, from a software perspective, Xiaomi seems to have done well, and almost forgot the cameras. Once again unchanged, the 32 megapixel selfie camera, it's going to be fine for Zoom calls and such. And the 50 megapixel rear camera, it's actually quite competent for a tablet camera. So a casual picture here and there, you shouldn't have any issues. Now the starting price in China has gone up from last year. It's up by about 12%. But given that we've gone from a mid-range SoC to an actual current year flagship Qualcomm chip, I feel the bump up's justified, especially when it's still much cheaper than the OnePlus Pad 3 in China, which to me has been the best value 8 Elite device you can buy. I only wish Xiaomi'd gone with 256 gigs as the base. So I guess that's what I feel. What do you think about the Xiaomi Pad 8 Pro? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and thanks for watching. Ash out.